Hello everyone, welcome back to Arthur the Goat. We are back with another video. Today I am back, but with something that we don't usually post. We're here with our second sport, actually, not footy, but we are here with basketball action today. Also, about the NFA. If you have any questions, Fubuki Atsuya is the owner of it. If you have any questions or concerns, just go visit and watch the other video, the latest video other than this, which is a video about what happened to the NFA, and I'm not the owner of it anymore. I probably won't post about it anymore, and also I'm sorry that I haven't posted in a while. It's been almost a month, honestly. I've been so busy, so sorry about that, and I'm excited to get back to posting. So before we start, can you please give this video a like? Please subscribe and put your notification bell on in case you need to get notified of any other action. We are on the journey to 500 subscribers. Our goal is to get it next year, but anyways, so today I will be reviewing with you my NBA predictions. I'm also a fan of the NBA. Comment down any videos, specific videos about sports, can be footy, basketball, that you would want me to do. So yeah, let's start with my NBA predictions for 2024-2025. Alright, now we will be starting with the Eastern Conference. Alright, in 15th I got the Brooklyn Nets. This team came 11th last year. Their best player was Mikal Bridges, but they lost him, and now this team is honestly terrible. Their starting lineup is Dennis Schroeder at point guard, shooting guard Cam Thomas at small forward. They have Cameron Johnson at power forward, Dorian Finney-Smith, and at center Nicholas Claxton, who is their best player, but he is nothing. Like, can you imagine Nicholas Claxton carrying a team? No, their team is bad. And about the Ben Simmons situation, which is kind of crazy, man. Every year, sometimes we think he's gonna come back and play like he was in his rookie season. If you don't remember him, he was great in his rookie season. He won the Rookie of the Year over Jason Tatum, who was a superstar in the NBA. And then Ben Simmons just slowed down in media day. In media day, he said that he's excited to getting back to the court, and he also said that people underestimate him and that they forget about him when he's healthy. And that he's pretty good. Here is actually a video of it.
I think people forget, me as a player when I'm healthy. I could play basketball. I'm pretty good, right? So,
people.
Yeah, so that's Ben Simmons in media day, saying that he deserves to be known as a better player. But this Brooklyn Nets team still just doesn't give me anything. I don't know if he'll be good. They have only one good shooter, too, Bojan Bogdanovic, and I have no hope for this team. This team's goal is to get a huge lottery pick and go for Cooper Flag in next year's draft. All right, next we have the Detroit Pistons at 14th. Man, last season they were terrible. They got one of the worst records of all time. They got the biggest losing streak of all time, which is crazy. Remember that game versus the Celtics, that if they lost, they would have the biggest losing streak in NBA history, but the refs kind of rigged it for the Celtics, and the Celtics won. But the Detroit now, they came last year. They were really bad, but I think they could improve a little bit this year. It won't be a huge improvement, but a little one. They have a young core. They have Kate Cunningham, a great point guard. They have Jaden Ivey at shooting guard. They have a young center with potential, which is Jalen Duren. They have a small forward with potential, Azar Thompson, and Tobias Harris was traded to the Pistons from the Philadelphia 76ers this offseason. I think the Pistons are slightly improving more to the future. They will have have better depth and everything. So I'm excited about the future of this team. All right, now let's move on. The Charlotte Hornets. This team is what worries the future of the NBA. Right now, they're not good, but like, just think of that team. They've been bad for so many years. Their franchise is the worst in NBA history. Kemba Walker is their best player of all time. Yeah, Kemba. And LaMelo Ball, he struggles to be healthy, but they have a great core of LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges, and the young trio, the third guy in this group, which is Brandon Miller. He had a fantastic rookie year last year. I'm pretty sure like 22 points a game. I'm excited to see him this season again. And the Hornets could bring a lot of potential, but the big worry is the rest of the team is bad. Like, they don't even have a chance without these three players. Without these three players, they would be dead last by 4. Just the 3 of them carrying. But even with these bad players, this trio pulls off something special, and a young core for the future, all improving. Miles Bridges, you know the situation that happened with him and his girlfriend, but he's getting over it. And what just something that makes the situation a whole lot harder is LaMelo Ball's health. Like, I want to see the 3 players play a whole season together. I don't want to see them play like 15 games together, because this team is exciting. LaMelo's health is concerning, so I want to see him be healthy, and then the Hornets could fight for a play-in spot. All right, now this next team is just crazy. The Toronto Raptors at 12. This team, bro, this is actually a crazy story. The Raptors, they are a team full of potential. They have Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, Grady Dick. They have a core for the future. Jakob Poeltl was a waste of money, we'll admit that. They could even fight for a playoff spot this year. If I would rank them by their talent, I would probably put them in 9th in the Eastern Conference in the play-in to fight to go into the playoffs. But like, this team, bro, I just see something special in them. Like, they're building something special. But now this is what pisses me off, and this is why I'm not even giving them a play-in. I'm putting them in 12th. In media day, Jakob Poeltl and their coach, they bought up saying, we're not even close to winning a championship. That's true. But like, what is this mentality? And it's not just that. They both said, don't expect us to win any games. We are not going to try at all. Is that crazy? I don't care now. Like, if I were their coach, like, if I would guess their objectives, it would be make it to the play-in or make it to the playoffs of this season. But their goal is to just like not try and just suffer from a lottery pick. They're already expected to get the 5th pick in the draft. What do they want? Cooper Flag? Probably not happening, according to the other teams in this conference. Like, what is this mentality, man? Saying that they're not even gonna try, and this affects their game tickets too, because like, fans excited to go watch their team, and then they hear this, that they're not even gonna try, then don't even bother getting a ticket to watch their team. But yeah, maybe they could still go for Cooper Flag, but I don't know. Scotty Barnes is gonna have an amazing season. He's really pissed off about this, so I think he's gonna try to carry this team, and we will see more into the season how this team goes. In 11th, I have the Washington Wizards. I think this team is in a rise. They have Kyle Kuzma, Jordan Poole. They traded for Jonas Valanciunas, and they got a lot of they're starting to get depth, and they're in rebuild phase. And the last time this team made the playoffs was with Russ and Bradley Beal a few years ago. They've been rebuilding since. They've never really been a good team since like a long time ago. So yeah, these are the best 3 in this team. This team is rising, and I'm excited to see the future of this team. They got some exciting players. All right, Now, before going on to the 10th, which is the play-in, we have a sponsor. Before going into this sponsor, I just want to remind you, this team is a sleeper team. They don't just have Kyle Kuzma, Jordan Poole, Jonas Valanciunas. They got young forward Saddiq Bey. They got a good shooter, Malcolm Brogdon. This team is on the rise, and I'm excited to see this team. Now, going into our... This video is sponsored by Engineer Punker, so please subscribe to him, my friend. And we are both on a journey together for 500 subscribers, and we are in partnerships. We'll be filming many videos together. So here, please go and subscribe to him. Yeah. All right. Now in 10th, I got the Chicago Bulls. Now this team is getting interesting. Yeah. So they have Zach LaVine still. DeMar DeRozan got traded this offseason. It wasn't bad like after everything that was happening, but like this team is a bit on a rebuild again, but like they're not like a contender. Like their goal is probably to make the playoffs, I believe. Their lineup, they have Josh Giddey, who got traded from the Thunder. They got Kobe White, Zach LaVine, of course, Patrick Williams, and Nikola Vucevic. I think Nikola Vucevic is not the player that he used to be. He slowed down overall. He's not efficient. His defending sucks now. And off the bench, they have Lonzo Ball. It's like, I don't say this is a team with potential. I say that this is more of a team washing out. Like the other teams, like the Raptors, Hornets, Wizards, Pistons, Brooklyn, I feel like they're all teams that are going to get better along the years. But Chicago is a team that I'm saying, like, compared to next year, they're a team that's probably going to get worse the next few years, like 1 year or 2 years or something like that. Yeah, so that's what I think about Chicago so far as the first team in the play. And now let's go 9th. I have the Atlanta Hawks with Trae Young. Phenomenal. So they had the number 1 pick in the draft. Yeah, so Trae Young, he has been, man, having an amazing career and all, but like they just been like suffering with this disrespect already. Like Trae Young, like he's in his prime. Like the fans, they're not respecting him at all. He's probably in his prime right now. A great team right now, honestly. They have him, Clint Capella, DeAndre Hunter, and many other players. This team is on the rise. They also had the first overall pick of the draft, and this team was a play-in team last year, and they still got the first. They got a lottery spot even, and got the first pick of the draft, which was crazy, not expected. They drafted Zachary Richardson from to the Atlanta Hawks, and I'm excited to see this team going on soon. So yeah, let's go to number 8. Now we have the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler bought his old cup back. If you saw the media day, by the way, media day this year was so good. Do you guys agree? It was like really good, bro. Anyways, this team didn't do much this offseason. They have Jimmy Butler re-signed with Bam Adebayo, max contract, by the way. They still got Tyler Hero, and there are other players, but like this team is like still the same. They got Jaskis Jr., the Mexican guy. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but sad stuff thing. You could still call Jimmy a phenomenal player, playoff Jimmy, but like his generation is coming to an end, and I don't think he's gonna put one of these playoff runs once again. I think 2 years ago was the last year he'd ever done that, and I got another season of Miami coming in. If Jimmy wants to do this run, or the Heat, they need to finish in the top 4. I swear It's not expected, but they need to finish in the top 4 to have a chance on getting into the conference finals or past. And Jimmy Butler has never won a championship. So, yeah. All right. 7th, the last team in the play-in, another team with great potential. I got the Orlando Magic, a great duo of Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner in year 2 last year for Paolo Banchero. He was named an All-Star for the first time in his career, obviously. And he had a great season last year. Bought the Orlando Magic the 5 seed on his, which is a surprise. Orlando, they were an underrated team, and now people are stopping to sleep on them. And now they're getting reviewed as a good team now, as majority of the people actually expect them like top 6 or top 5. I'm just putting them 7th. This duo will last many years. The NBA just gets harder every year, so I have to keep the Orlando in 7th, as Paolo Banchero last year almost led them to second round. Just lost in Game 7, round 1 to Cleveland, and hope for a great year for them this year. All right, in 6th, I got the Indiana Pacers. I am a Pacers fan, so I hope that this team does really well. They got the young star Tyrese Halliburton. Miles Turner actually had issues this offseason with the contract extensions, but he's extended for another season with the Pacers. He's been there his entire career. And the Pacers traded for Pascal Siakam last season. They have other players like Aaron E. Smith, TJ McCollum, Obi Toppin, and a guy who was injured in the playoffs last year, Benedict Mathurin, a great young star who was important to this team. This team was so good last year. They went to the finals of the in-season tournament, which is now named as the Emirates NBA Cup, just fell short to the Lakers in the first ever in-season tournament. And they made the NBA Conference Finals when no one expected it. If before that season, if you said the Pacers would achieve what they did, it would have been impossible to think. Like, out of 10 people, all 10 people would disagree on them doing this, but it happened. And they played a good game 1 versus the Celtics, but they got swept in that series. But this team is great for the future. I just have a bit concerns on the Pascal trade because his playstyle doesn't really fit the team, and we wasted a bunch of draft picks on him. So like, I'm a bit concerned on that, but because we could have gotten a younger player instead. But it's good, I guess. This team has lots of potential, and a team that could win in the next 5-10 years of the NBA, and I'm really excited for this team. And I got them in 6th, same position actually as last year, but they did a playoff run, a hard-fought battle versus Milwaukee. To be honest, they were Giannis and Dame were injured, but still hard-fought battle, and got past the Knicks in 7. Yeah, I just want to see Tyrese Halliburton being more consistent this season, because last year was a monster. Like, it was a crazy season for him. Once he was averaging 30 points a game, then he fell like 12 points a game, then got injured, then came back, and then he did great in the playoffs. But yeah, all right. Now the top 5. In 5th, I got the Cleveland Cavaliers, another team with great potential. They have the likes of Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. This team is also a young team, as Donovan Mitchell is going into his prime, and this team is getting better and better. Even though they finished 4th in the regular season last year, I expect them to finish 5th. Even though they're better, the NBA is just getting harder every single year, and I have great hopes for this team. Maybe they could get it past round 2, as Spider Donovan Mitchell re-signed a contract for Cleveland. All right, now the top 4. I got the Philadelphia 76ers. They have had a crazy offseason. So last season, they had a bad season, coming in 7th in the Eastern Conference. Had to play the play-in tournament, even got past that in the first game. And then lost in 6th to the Knicks first round. But this season, they've done some good offseason moves. Traded Tobias Harris, old man, to the Detroit Pistons. They got Paul George. They got an elite trio: Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and Paul George. I can't wait to see this. Joel Embiid is super excited to play with Paul George aside him too with Tyrese Maxey. Paul George said he never played with an elite point guard and an elite center in the same time in his whole career. So the team is just really excited with this. I would put them higher than 4, but I'm just a bit concerned with Joel Embiid's health. If I could realize that he could be healthier and not be injured for like half of the season, I would put them higher in the list. But for now, I got them in 4th. In 3rd, I got the Milwaukee Bucks. Same position as last year, but I think they're gonna have a better season this year. The Giannis disrespect, bro, is just getting insane. I saw this poll on YouTube. It said, which is the current best NBA player between Luka Doncic, Jokic, Giannis, and LeBron? Giannis was the one with the least votes with 10%, and I was like, are you serious? Like, people are just forgetting about him. Like, this guy is the Greek freak. Like, they have to understand this. So, this guy is just special and everything. It's why he's the Greek freak, an athletic monster who is super fast, super athletic, high vertical. He's just good at everything, man. And Damian Lillard, I want to see him play like he was in Portland. He had a bad first year, but I think that this situation will get better this year, and hopefully they could get past round 1 as they haven't for the last few years. In 2nd, I got a big rising team, and a big trade just happened lately with them, the New York Knicks. They have great power. Jalen Brunson, man, he had MVP votings, which was crazy. A top 5 point guard in the league for sure. And they also traded for Karl Anthony Towns just a few days ago. By the way, I am filming this on October 4th. I don't know when it's being uploaded, but I'm filming on October 4th, the day that preseason starts. And yup, so Karl Anthony Towns got traded to the Knicks, and the Knicks gave away Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, and a first-round pick. So I'm excited to see Cat in this team. I think he fits really well. So I'm excited for this team. They have really much potential. Now, going into first, I got them repeating in first place in the Eastern Conference. I got them repeating the Eastern Conference Championship, and I got them repeating the NBA Championship. They have great talent: Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Kristaps Porzingis, who was injured, expected to be back in December, and they have Drew Holiday. This is just a crazy starting lineup, isn't it? They also have a good bench with Pritchard and many other players that this team could rely on. It's just invincible in this point, man. It's just crazy how good this team is. It's been the longest streak in NBA history since a team has gone back-to-back championships since 2017 and 2018 with the Golden State Warriors. So I expect the Celtics to end this streak by winning the championship once again. Jason Tatum will be an MVP candidate, and he will win his first Finals MVP this season, as Jaylen Brown actually won it last season. Now we're going into the Western Conference. Just to tell you, I do not know as much about the Western Conference as the Eastern Conference, but of course I know about the Western Conference. Alright, starting in 15th, I got the Portland Trail Blazers. By the way, before starting, this Western Conference is literally crazy, unpredictable. It is just so good. The Portland Trail Blazers are the best team of all time to be the worst team in an NBA conference. They got Jeremy Grant, Scoot Henderson, and Fernie Simons. I just see so much potential in this team, just like the other teams. But they're in a rebuilding phase. They traded DeAndre Ayton, which was a good trade. But I'm excited to see this team grow on. All right, in 14th, I got the Utah Jazz, another team with a promising future. They got the likes of Lauri Markkanen, a 7-foot guy who can shoot threes, a great shooter, could do many other stuff. Was an all-star starter in Utah in 2023, and I'm just excited to see this team grow. As they also have Kessler and other great guys to go in the future of this team. In 13th, I have the San Antonio Spurs, as they came last or 14th last year. I think they tied with the Blazers overall. But anyways, I got a slight improvement this year as Victor Wembanyama. I think he'll be named as an all-star this season for the first time in his career. Obviously, something about him, chop chop, I think he might be the best player of all time. I'm serious. He might be the best player of all time. Either that or top 3, like 100%. He is the best prospect of all time. I think he will be the best player of all time. Just wait and watch. He averaged like 22, like 10, and I forgot how much assists. I think like 5 his rookie year with like 3 blocks. How did he, with 1 steal, like how did he not win the defensive player of the year? It was just rigged because he's a rookie. Yeah, and I also like their of season. They traded for Chris Paul, a veteran point guard who is now there to have leadership for this team, and they finally have a real point guard to play along with Wemby, as they did not have one last season. They also have great players improving, like Devin Vassell, Sochan, and I'm excited to see this team grow around Victor Wembanyama, who will probably be the best player of all time. In 12th, I have the Houston Rockets, another rising team. They have Alperen Sengun, Jalen Green, Fred VanVleet, who is probably getting washed. He was an all-star a few years ago, but now since the Raptors, he hasn't been as good, and his field goal sucks. But Alperen Sengun and Jalen Green just show us a promising future. Like, I'm excited to see this team grow again. Since James Harden era, they haven't done much. So yeah, I'm excited for this team to evolve as they got young talent. In 11th, I have Chef Curry's team, the Golden State Warriors. This was a major offseason for them. So Steph Curry, I feel bad for him. He's kind of alone now. Klay Thompson got traded. It was good to get rid of him, but it's also sad for this franchise. Like, if you ask me, I cannot imagine Klay Thompson playing in an NBA game with another jersey different than the Warriors jersey. I just can't imagine that. Can you? Because can you imagine him like in Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals getting a buzzer beater and putting his team in the finals? You just can't, man. And now Steph is alone with the Draymond Green, that duo. They have improvement from Jonathan Kuminga and other young stars, but I don't think they are good enough to go into the play-in or the playoffs this year. And Steph Curry was also frustrated at media day. If you saw him, he just sounded like upset, sad, like, yeah, you could feel like the pain of Klay leaving and like the pain of like not having a good team enough. And he probably expects a bad season too for the team, but Steph is already 36, turning 37 real soon. So chop Golden, you guys will have to be quick with him, and if you want him to have another championship. The one from 2022 probably was his last one. Anyways, going to the play-in teams. In 10th, I have the Los Angeles Clippers. So I think their offseason wasn't good or bad. They traded away Paul George. It hurts. They also traded away Russell Westbrook. So they traded away some key players. But once they had that Kawhi, Harden, Westbrook, George, they never did anything about it. So I don't think that was such a bad trade. And now they have Kawhi Leonard at full potential again. Not alone exactly, but he has a main responsibility. And if he gets injured, they also have James Harden. I think he will be better this season, get his stats boosted. And right now, 2024, like right now, you could see his body shape. It's just better than it has been since Houston. And This is the question. Will we ever see him play like he did in Houston again? Like, those years are monstrous. He was better than Kawhi, better than Steph, better than KD. He was the best player in the league back then in 2018, 2019. It was undebatable. He averaged nearly 40 points a game. He was a player many people looked up to. It's sad how he changed so quickly and became kind of a bust lately, but hopefully he can go back to the Houston Harden. I miss watching that Harden. I really do, man. All right. And ninth of the New Orleans Pelicans, they gotta also chop it soon. They have Brandon Ingram. We don't know if he's gonna get traded soon. He might get traded mid-season. And they have Zion Williamson, who says he wants to stay healthy. He's now working hard and he's getting skinnier by the minute. So I'm excited to see this team and Zion. In eighth, I have the LA Lakers, and with a really iconic team, LeBron James will be playing alongside his son this season. The Lakers drafted Bronny James, the 55th overall pick, LeBron James' son. And I can't wait to see these guys together. They got classic, iconic media day pictures of the two of them. Bro, I just can't wait. And imagine, like, can you imagine if you, like, would be pro in, like, the NBA or any sport? It could be for footy, basketball, any sport. And just, like, play on the same team professionally as your dad. Like, that is just crazy. And that is a big achievement for the both of them, and just a memorable moment, probably the best of their careers for them to play with their father and son. Like, that's crazy. All right, the Lakers, they also have Anthony Davis and LeBron James. It might be his final season or final 2 seasons. I think it might be his last season. So this generation's going by so fast. We gotta start saying goodbye with these men, bro. Anyways, I think the Lakers will compete for a playoff spot. In 7th, I got the Sacramento Kings. They got De'Aaron Fox, who's been rising, playing good basketball. Domantas Sabonis has been playing the best he has in his entire career. And they traded for DeMar DeRozan. They also have other players like Harrison Barnes and other players. I'm excited to see this team. And yeah, this team is just rising, the Sacramento Kings. Now, in the top 6, which means playoff spots, in 6th, I have the Phoenix Suns. KD, already 36 years old. Next year will turn 37. Just like Steph, this generation will be missed, man. We have to enjoy this, as it might be one of his final seasons as KD. Let's see if he could bring the Suns to the playoffs and go deep with his other star, Devin Booker. They also have Bradley Beal, a good trio, but they have to make more out of it. They haven't just made more out of it, and it's been like a bust of a trio to think about. 2 All-Stars, 1 like Bradley Beal used to be elite. It's just crazy. They gotta be better, bro. In 5th, I got the Minnesota Timberwolves. They traded Cat for Dante DiVincenzo, Julius Randle, and a first-round pick. This improves them a bit for the future with the first-round pick and all. Oh, shoot. My bad. 1 second. My bad, bro. Spoiler alert for 4th now. Anyways, they traded Cat for them and a first-round pick. So the first-round pick improves them a bit for the future. But it's not... for now, I think they decreased a bit. I would have put them like 2nd or 3rd. Now it's down to 5th. They lost Cat. Cat was everything for Minnesota. As Anthony Edwards said, Cat was his brother, so it definitely hurts for him. But it's a business, so we have to deal with it. That's a quote that Anthony Edwards said in Media Day. And I just think that they need to trade Julius Randle for a young prospect or a young person, or maybe another first-round lottery-protected draft pick for them to go better into the future and build around Ant-Man. In 4th, I have the Denver Nuggets. They've been slowly declining the last few years. Nikola Jokic's attitude just gets to me. He pisses me off so much. Like, he doesn't even care about basketball. Like, why do this? Like, just quit your career. Like, it's actually annoying. Like, in Media Day, he literally said, I don't know why we're doing this and stuff. Like, It's just annoying. It's like he's a sarcasm guy. Like, he just doesn't care about his profession and all. And Jamal Murray's not consistent. He's not as good as he used to be. They have Michael Porter Jr. They lost Contavious Caldwell Pope, which will also hurt for them. But they still have Aaron Gordon and Jokic, of course. So this team still is really good. They could still compete for the championship, but I don't think that they're gonna win for a while anymore. In third, a team that everyone has been sleeping on, we have the Memphis Grizzlies. Ja Morant is officially back from his suspension, and he hasn't played for a long time, and he's persevering to get back to the court, as I think this team is awfully underrated. People sleep on them. They forget how good this team is when they were playing. When the last time Ja played a full season, Memphis came second in the Western Conference. And as he's back, he's going to be playing elite basketball. People also forget how good he is. He's a top 3 point guard in the league, for sure. And they also drafted Zach Edey. Fun fact about him, when I was in Indianapolis in the airport going to a flight to Chicago, I saw him in the airport. I'm not joking. On my life, on God, on everything, on the earth, on the globe, on my country, like on everything, like on the universe. I saw him in the airport. He was like 7 foot, bro. This guy was a giant. He was flying to Chicago to play in college, I'm pretty sure, because he was flying. So it was just crazy. The whole way, he was like right behind me when we were like boarding and all. It was just crazy. Like, it was like a giant who was behind me, like a monster. It was just crazy to see, and I see so much potential in this team, especially with the great duo of Ja Morant and Zach Edey. They also have a great player of Desmond Bane, a great 3-point shooter. They have also other great players. So I'm excited to see this team, and I really hope they do good. Now the top 2. Second, I got the Dallas Mavericks, the best point guard in the league currently. They have Luka Doncic. They also have Kyrie Irving and the new addition of Klay Thompson, who's been in a long journey in his career. Now an elite trio. This is crazy. They have Luka Doncic at the point guard, Kyrie shooting guard, and Klay at the small forward. This is an insane trio. I think they just need a good big man. They just have like Lively Jr. It's not enough. They just need big men if they want to compete for. I mean, they already are competing for championship, but if they want to win the championship, I feel like they're gonna need a good big man, and this trio will not be enough, but it's an elite trio, and it's a good step of their future already, as the Klay's getting old, Kyrie's getting old, so it's a great trio, and I hope they do really good. And Klay will return at the Bay in 11th of November in the Emirates NBA Cup. I'm so excited to see that game where Klay goes back to Golden State. And this time he will be versing them for the first time in his career. Will be another iconic moment. And now let's go to the top team in the Western Conference. I think they'll repeat themselves from last year, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yeah, they got an elite point guard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the second best point guard in the league. They have a young core. They have Chet Holmgren, Dort, other great players like J-Dub. And I'm so excited to see this team. And yeah, so thank you for watching my predictions. And I hope you had a great day. I hope you have a great day. Let's enjoy the NBA. Like, this generation's almost ending, so we have to stop and enjoy this. Type down any videos that you would like me to do, and please give this a video a like and a subscribe. And also please go and subscribe to Engineer Punker, our partnership. So yeah, have a good day. Peace.